Imagine a world where death is no longer the end. A place where technology holds the potential to pause life itself, saving it for a future where it can continue. This isn't a sci-fi fantasy. It's happening right now in Scottsdale, Arizona. Alcor Life Extension Foundation, better known as Alcor, is a company leading the way in cryonics, the science of preserving life at sub-zero temperatures in the hope of reviving it in the future. Today, we're diving into the story behind Alcor, exploring their history, vision, and how they're working to give people, even billionaires, a second chance at life. The origins of Alcor. Alcor was founded in 1972 by Fred and Linda Chamberlain, inspired by the idea of cryonics, which was first proposed by physicist Robert Ettinger in the 1960s. The Chamberlains were driven by a revolutionary vision. They believed that advancements in medical technology would one day allow us to bring people back from states that are currently considered irreversible. Alcor began as a small, ambitious project, but over the decades, it has grown into the world's most prominent cryonics organization, now located in Scottsdale, Arizona. Alcor's name reflects its unique mission. Named after the binary star system Alcor and Mizar, it symbolizes their hope of a future where science and humanity work in harmony to extend life. The concept of cryonics explained. Cryonics, in simple terms, is the process of freezing a person's body or brain at ultra-low temperatures to preserve it until future medical advancements can revive and heal them. Alcor believes that today's concept of death is actually a medical problem that future technology may be able to solve. Here's how the process works. When a person near death decides on cryonics, Alcor's team is on standby to prepare the body immediately after legal death is declared. The process starts by injecting a special solution into the bloodstream, called a cryoprotectant, which prevents the formation of ice crystals that could damage cells. Afterward, the body is cooled slowly until it reaches minus 196 degrees Celsius, minus 320 degrees Fahrenheit, and is stored in a large container filled with liquid nitrogen. Alcor scientists believe that this cryopreservation process could retain the structures within the brain that encode memories and personality, potentially allowing for a future revival. Alcor's vision for the future. Alcor's mission isn't just about freezing bodies. It's about challenging the limits of life and death. They see death as a temporary condition, one that could eventually be reversible. Alcor's long-term vision is to offer people a chance to live beyond their natural lifespans, providing a pause button on life until science catches up. The foundation is closely following advancements in fields like nanotechnology, artificial intelligence, and regenerative medicine. Alcor believes that as science progresses, we may develop technologies capable of repairing damage at a cellular or even molecular level. If future technology allows, it could repair or replace damaged organs, reverse aging, and potentially cure any ailments that caused a person's death. Did you know that Alcor's members include a surprising number of prominent scientists, entrepreneurs, and tech billionaires? Alcor's storage facility. A look inside. Alcor's facility in Scottsdale is a high-tech storage center unlike any other. The facility houses a variety of large cryogenic tanks, each filled with liquid nitrogen and carefully monitored to maintain a constant temperature. Each tank holds multiple cryopreserved patients, referred to by Alcor as patients rather than bodies, emphasizing their hope for future revival. Tour of facility highlights. Cryogenic storage. Large insulated tanks filled with liquid nitrogen store patients at a temperature of minus 196 degrees Celsius, keeping tissues preserved for potentially hundreds of years. Constant monitoring. Alcor has developed advanced monitoring systems that track temperature, liquid nitrogen levels, and other critical factors to ensure that patients remain safe and undisturbed. Security measures. Given the high-profile status of some patients, Alcor also implements strict security protocols to protect their clients' remains. The science behind cryonics, challenges and advancements. Cryonics is not without controversy. Many scientists are skeptical about whether cryonics will actually work, and they argue that it's currently impossible to revive someone who's been cryopreserved. The biggest challenge lies in cellular damage caused by the freezing process, particularly ice crystal formation, which can destroy the delicate structures within cells. They invest in research, exploring advancements in areas like vitrification. This process involves converting bodily fluids into a glass-like state rather than forming ice crystals, which minimizes cellular damage. Nanotechnology. Alcor believes that nanobots could one day perform cellular repair, targeting and fixing any damage caused by the freezing process. Brain mapping and scanning. Advances in brain scanning might allow scientists to capture detailed maps of neural connections, potentially preserving memories and personality traits for future restoration. Who chooses Alcor and why? So, who decides to sign up with Alcor? It turns out that cryonics attracts people from all walks of life, but there's a noticeable trend among tech industry pioneers, futurists, and those who have dedicated their lives to pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Some of these members include scientists, investors, and even a few billionaires. The reasoning varies, but here are some common motivations. Many believe that technological advances will make it possible to live indefinitely, so they're willing to bet on Alcor as a path to that future. Some are simply fascinated by the idea of experiencing life in a future world. Alcor's members are optimists who believe that scientific progress will continue and that someday, death as we know it could be overcome. The cost and ethical debate around cryonics. The concept of cryonics has sparked significant debate, both ethically and financially. The procedure isn't cheap. Depending on the level of preservation, the cost can range from $80,000 to $200,000. Most patients choose life insurance policies that designate Alcor as the beneficiary, allowing their policy to cover the preservation costs. However, cryonics raises ethical questions. Some critics argue that freezing bodies for potential future revival could pose moral dilemmas, such as whether society would want or need to bring people back. There's also the issue of creating false hope. What if the technology never materializes? Alcor addresses these concerns by promoting a transparent approach. They emphasize that while there's no guarantee of revival, cryonics is an experiment worth attempting for those who want to embrace the possibility, however uncertain it may be. Alcor's vision for future cryonics. Looking ahead, Alcor is committed to furthering the science and technology behind cryonics. They continue to fund research and work closely with experts in medicine, AI, and molecular biology to improve their preservation methods and make cryonics more accessible. One of their goals is to develop techniques that require less invasive procedures and more sustainable storage solutions. They're also interested in creating partnerships with other scientific organizations to explore potential revival methods. If the technology advances, Alcor envisions a future where cryonics becomes mainstream, allowing people to opt into preservation as a routine medical choice. Their mission is ultimately about giving people hope that death may not be the end, but rather a transition to an unknown future. Alcor is more than just a company. It's a place where people's dreams of a second chance live on, frozen in time. Whether you view cryonics as hopeful or far-fetched, Alcor's journey offers a unique glimpse into humanity's ongoing quest to push the boundaries of life and death. They're betting on a future where technology might one day conquer what was once thought impossible, the very nature of mortality. Thanks for watching. If you're as fascinated by the possibilities of the future as we are, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on all things at the edge of science and technology. Until next time, keep imagining the future, because as Alcor shows us, anything might be possible.